I'm going to go ahead and spotlight you as well.
All right, brothers. We're gonna go ahead and get started. It is now 7:03. Good evening, brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated and everyone else joining us. My name is Shamir Coakley, Brother Coakley out of the Alpha Mu chapter. And I'm also the most recent Billboard Jackson grant winner. And I'm just glad to be here with you guys tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. This is the fall 2025 Bigger Better Business Town Hall meeting. So we're just gonna go over the agenda real briefly. Tonight's town hall is packed with valuable updates and great insight from across the region. Here's what we have in store. We'll start with the panel discussion featuring our area coordinators of Bigger Better Business, highlighting progress, programs, and perspectives from each area. Then we'll also walk through the new billboard. I'm sorry, excuse me. Bigger Better Business awardees celebrating brothers and chapters that are doing exceptional work amongst the region. And then from there, we'll move into our Brotherhood Q and A session, addressing some questions that were submitted from brothers across the region. And finally, we'll preview what's next as we head towards 2026, including updates on First Tuesdays, and we'll wrap up with a few major announcements. All right. So at this time, I'm going to introduce Brother Rashawn and let him take the floor.
Brother Coakley, thank you so much for all the work that you are doing, and I appreciate you for hosting today's town hall. I am going to go on ahead and establish protocol for all those who may be on the Zoom or watching on YouTube. I want to appreciate you first on behalf of our 28th Eastern Regional Director, the Honorable Nigel Coelho, our Vice Regional Director, Brother Ben Austin, the elected and appointed regional board, to our distinguished service chapter members, to our international board, to our life members, to our PBS members, to all of the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated Eastern Region. I appreciate all of you for joining today's Fall 2025 BBB Town Hall. Excited to be on. I see a number of our area coordinators that are on today. And Brother Coakley, I am looking forward to jumping into a bunch of great things around BBB. So again, to you, brother, thank you for hosting. You are doing great things. You are not a future leader in Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. You are one of the current leaders in Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, and can't wait to see what's in store for you. I pass it back to you, good brother.
Thank you, Brother Rashawn. I appreciate that. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our panel discussions at this time.
Awesome, awesome. So, definitely excited to share with everyone some being introduced for the first time, some being reintroduced, is our area BBB coordinators. So, brothers, if you are not aware of this position, for those who may be new to the organization, for those who may be who just may not have been paying attention, but every area in the Eastern region has a BBB coordinator or BBB ambassador or someone that the Brotherhood can go to get assistance, help, growth when it comes to bigger and better business in the Eastern region. So first, I like to share, and as I mention your names, brothers, if you can pop on and pop your cameras on, and we'll jump into our panel discussion. But I'm going to run through who the BBB team is in the Eastern region. Thankful to have Brother Donald Wright, our Chief of Administration, the esteemed Brother Gerald Jackson, who is our Engagement Coordinator, Brother Tykees Edgerson, who is our Deputy Chief of Administration. And now to our area coordinators of BBB. Brother Aaron Wright, New England area. Brother Marquise Palmer, New York area. Brother Donald Buggs, New Jersey area. Brother Ron Felder, Pennsylvania area. Brother Rakan Ross, Maryland area. Brother Wes Lewis, the DC area. Brother Omar Ross, the Virginia area. And Brother Calvin. And I told him from the beginning that I wasn't going to ever try to pronounce his name from the Delaware area. So, brothers, we're going to go on ahead and put the spotlight on y'all, and we're going to jump right into this panel. So, give me a second here while we get that done. Brother, Brother Palmer and Brother Ross, not Omar Ross, you got your camera on. Go ahead and throw your camera on and come off mute as we begin the panel discussion. Adding y'all in the spotlight. All right, great. All right, so we currently have our Maryland and Virginia BBB coordinators on the call. So, brother Omar, we got the Rosses right now. Brother Omar Ross, I'm going to allow you to get us started off. Please introduce yourself and let the brothers know the great things that's going on in BBB in Virginia.
Good evening, brothers. My name is Brother Omar Ross. I am a member of the Zeta Delta Sigma chapter in Hampton, Virginia. Currently the Big and Better Business Coordinator, Big and Better Business Director for my local chapter. Also, Big and Better Business Coordinator for the state of Virginia. And currently, right now, what we're doing in the area is just trying to promote bigger and better business, financial literacy, doing things in the area, Dress for Success, Project Seed, those things that we're focusing on in the Virginia area currently. And if there are any directors on the call, any presidents from the local chapters in Virginia, I do want to let you all know how to get in contact with me. So in regard to how you can become a part of the Bigger and Better Business Committee, you can reach out to me via email. That is bbb.virginia28@gmail.com. That is where you can reach me if you have any inquiries or want to become a part of the BBB committee. And what I focus on is financial literacy. And then the best way to contact me is again by email, the bbb.virginia28@gmail.com. And then also by phone. My phone number is 804-519-8500 if anybody needs that information. And I'll also post it in the chat as well for brothers who are inquiring and want to get in contact with me. But as of right now, I also have a group me that was created for all of the directors to stay in contact and for me to know information and be able to support any of the directors, any of the local chapters. And if you do not have a big and better business program in your chapter, that is perfectly fine. If you want to stay abreast of what we're doing so that in hopes that you will start one in the future, definitely do not hesitate to reach out. But I will place that information in the chat portion so that everybody can have it. And you all can reach out to me. And Brother Sean, I'll pass the floor back to you.
Thank you very much. We'll come back to you shortly. But for now, we're going to pass the buck over. We're going to split the Rosses up and we're going to pass the buck over to Brother Palmer. Brother Palmer, the floor is yours.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, how you doing? Marquise Palmer, newly appointed BBB coordinator for New York State. Looking forward to working with everyone. Um, really trying to get a hold on how everything operates. Kind of bug Brother Rashawn Howard a lot with different questions and a lot of different emails. So looking forward to working with everybody. I'll put my info in the chat as well. Marquise Palmer, 347-397-9996. Any questions or any concerns or any way we can collab and kind of get stuff going and help me navigate this new position, that'll be great as well. So look forward to working with everyone.
Awesome. You stay right there as well. We're going to be coming back to you. Brother Dr. Vakan Ross, floor is yours.
I appreciate that, good brother. I appreciate it. Thank you for the introduction. Hello, brothers. My name is Dr. Rakan Ross, and I am the Maryland Director for Bigger Better Business. One of the things that we're pushing in Maryland is Black spend as well as financial literacy. Um, um, the email address that I am currently using for BBB will be pbsmaryland.bbb@gmail.com. I will drop that in the chat as well. Phone number is 443-416-4484. That is a direct line to me. Anytime any brothers that's on the call in the state of Maryland, Virginia, or anywhere in the Eastern region that just want to sit down and chop it up about different things. Maybe we can collaborate on programs. Maybe you're doing something that I'm not doing in the great state of Maryland that we can piggyback off each other. Please feel free to reach out and let me know, and I will definitely take that into consideration, pass it off to the undergrad chapters as well as the grad chapters in the great state of Maryland. One of the things this year that I want to focus on that from last year's state meeting was PIA completions. That is one of the biggest things that I think that we are falling short for in bigger, better business as a whole. So my plan this year is to meet with Brother Rashawn, put a plan together in action and come out with a Zoom. That way we can invite all the brothers in the great state to the Zoom and show them how to efficiently and adequately fill out a PIA. It's not that brothers in the state aren't doing the work. Brothers just don't know how to fill out a PIA. And I'll be honest, my grad chapter up here in Hartford Cecil County, we do some of the best events when it comes to bigger, better business, as well as social action and education. And I promise you, I fell short with filling out the PIAs, but that is one of the things that the biggest thing for me this year that I'm going to press upon all the collegiates as well as the grad chapters.
Awesome, awesome. And you stay right there too. We're going to pose our first question to Brother Palmer, being one of the newer coordinators of BBB. Brother Palmer, as you work into the seat and looking at the things that is happening in the New York area and really all around the Eastern region, what would you say is an absolute huge priority in bigger and better business for not just your area, but for the Eastern region?
Oof. I think Black spend is always on the forefront of our minds. The lane I'm trying to go into, because I don't want to say younger, not to offend anyone, but in the younger area, I want to pivot towards a little more of the crypto world, kind of get an imprint and kind of get more pull and more experience, or just get more, engagement in that aspect, because that's going to be taking the world by storm a lot more soon.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And uh, one of the things that we are announcing today is, well, actually, it was announced earlier on Impact 1914 Live, Brother Palmer, is I'm actually been handed the baton as international chair for Black Spin. So there are a lot of great things coming. Working with our national director of Bigger and Better Business to really, really take black spin to the next level and do some of the things that you just talked about. So I really appreciate you sharing that because that's absolutely a huge need. Um, at this moment, we are going to bring to the floor our area director for the New England area, Brother Aaron Wright. Please introduce yourself, let brothers know how they can contact you, and let us know the good things that's happening in the New England area, brother.
Appreciate that, brother director. Good evening, brothers. My name is Aaron Wright. I am the New England director for Big and Better Business, covering the states of Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. And excited to share with you some updates that brother Rashawn has charged us with. And one of them is we successfully completed our first cohort, and I shared this yesterday on the call, what we call Phi Beta Entrepreneurship Center, where we had one rising junior from MIT match and pair with a brother who owns a business and was granted 4K to work. And so we finally signed on two additional Sigma businesses. One is a CPA firm, and another one is actually a technology company where we're now looking for two interns in the New England area willing to jump on and serve. And so this will help us bridge some confidence and embrace the leadership and also enhance our Sigma values in this professional setting and help these young bros that we see now trying to overcome some of these social barriers, such as, like I said, building confidence, but more importantly, explore future opportunities in our controlled professional network. So we're excited for that. The next thing is I've been working with Brother Rashawn on establishing this thing called Black Angels under the Big and Better Business, and we've successfully will launch our first ally partnership with Forward Thinking to not only help Black business understand how to get funded, but we understand a lot of us are not really prepared for VC funding. But if we all come together in the power of Black innovation and growth, with maybe $100, and brothers now could announce that particular formation, but we're starting to have our pilot conversation with a couple of brothers willing to put money together toward that. Now could go to longer to the Eastern region. But once we have that permanent, I'll be able to share more information. But these are some of the ideas, innovative growth that we're thinking about here. But happy to launch that Phi Beta Entrepreneurship Institute and cohort.
Great stuff. Great stuff going on in the New England area. Great stuff going on in all of our areas. And Brother Omar Ross, I'm going to now pass it to you as someone who also serves and sits in the chair as the local Bigger and Better Business Director. What do you see, or how do you see this team, the ambassador team, the coordinator team, as a resource when it comes to that seat? And how can other brothers who sit in the local BBB seat maximize y'all as coordinators, ambassadors, and the BBB team overall?
Absolutely. I think that's a great question. One of the main things that I have seen and wanted to make sure that I establish it's communication. I think that's the main thing. Um, coming into this position, one of the first things I wanted to do was to know who all of the directors were in my local chapters. And so from that, I started sending out communications, started to try and establish some type of networks so that number one, we can be a resource for any questions that you may have, any processes that you may not be clear on, any opportunities that you may not know about that we can let you know and direct you to our impact1914.org and direct you to our Eastern Regional webpage, just so that you can find those resources and know that we're not just stating it, it's actually out there, you have access to it. But I think that's the main thing that local directors can leverage us for, is just information, staying abreast on what's going on. We are working at the regional level. We are serving in these positions not just for our local directors have the information that they need to also know that we're here to come and support you if if you let us know what's going on in the area. But I think that's one of the main things that I'm seeing in my area, is that I technically really not all the time know what's going on in the local chapters, because they don't provide that information to me, and my information has been out there for quite a while. I've sent information to all of the directors that I have under my purview. And of course, I do know that numbers change, emails change, positions change, very quickly. But even with that, I'm trying to stay abreast on making sure that if those changes are happening, that I'm still connecting with the right people. As I stated prior, if you are a local bigger and better business, or if you don't have a program in your chapter, let us know, so that we can work and try to help you establish a program, a bigger and better business program for your chapter that's collegiate or alumni. But I think the main thing that we're here for to assist with is to help all of our chapters in our areas be the best that they can be, have the resources that they need to have. We're not here to waste our time, just to give you things just to say. No, whatever. When we get information, we know it's vital to you because it's vital to us. And sitting as a local big and better business director, my main thing is just to make sure that I'm transparent with all of my people, all of my members, the brothers that are in my chapter, letting them know what's going on. If I have something, a resource that I can provide to you, I'm going to put it out. So I think that's really the main thing, Brother Rashawn, is just us communicating and them communicating back with us so that we can know, so that we can support, and we can help wherever we can.
Awesome. I really, really appreciate everything you just said. I mean, you hit so many different points, Brother Omar Ross. This panel was great, brothers. Thank you for being diligent, for popping on, and for being available for the Brotherhood tonight. Brothers, please make sure that you subscribe to Impact 1914 on YouTube. We're going to bring this panel back along with their other colleagues, and we're going to give them a night to really just talk BBB, right? And have discussions like the discussions that we had today, from what Brother Palmer was mentioning with Black Spin, what Brother Dr. Ross was mentioning with PIA efficiency, what Brother Omar Ross was mentioning with communication and understanding the levels of communication, how it comes down, what Brother Wright was mentioning with entrepreneurships and building programming that really impacts the community. That is what our BBB coordinators are doing in the Eastern region. And I couldn't be happier I can't even say I lead this team because these are a group of leaders and all of y'all are doing a great work on your own. I'm just happy to be able to sit here and take credit for it. So I appreciate y'all, brothers. We're going to let y'all get back and sit back like the rest of the Brotherhood as we continue on with the rest of this evening and the rest of the agenda. So, Brother Coakley, the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you for that, Brother Rashawn. That was a great panel. I really did enjoy that. So, with us moving on in our agenda, next up we have our Bigger, Better Business Chapter Awards Rubric overview and pretty much what the new standards will look like for 2026.
Awesome. Awesome. I am going to share my screen. Brothers, this is very, very important. And I'm only going to do a quick overview tonight because we have so much else we need to cover. And we'll talk about, we'll be able to do a deeper overview later down the line, before the year is up, and we'll discuss what that looks like. But I just wanted to share, if you did not get a chance to attend or be a part of the June regional board meeting, I shared then at that point of time that when it comes to chapter awards in the Eastern region, we changed the rubric a little bit. We want to make sure that brothers are maximizing all of the initiatives of bigger and better business. And so we separated out what's happening and how it's happening. So there are 4 levels by which you are graded on in order to even qualify for a bigger and better business award for your chapter. The most important thing is, if your chapter doesn't do at least 3 bigger and better business initiatives in a year, you won't even qualify for the award. Doesn't matter how many PIAs you put in, doesn't matter how many service hours you have, doesn't matter, how much bigger black spend dollars you have. If you don't hit at least 3 initiatives, you will not qualify for a bigger and better business award. But we wanted to make sure that brothers understood that we are separating PIAs from service hours from the black spend dollars. Your black spend dollars is one portion of your ranking in your rubric. Your service hours in bigger and better business is one portion, and your PIAs is another portion. We don't want brothers getting in the business of putting PIAs in and getting in the quantity race versus the quality race, right? I don't care if you only have 12 PIAs for the whole year. If they're quality events, if you had a solid number of brothers in your chapter and surrounding chapters that joined that event, So therefore, your service hours are still up, and you're out there supporting Black-owned and minority-owned businesses and Sigma-owned businesses, and you're hitting multiple different initiatives with those 12 events, that looks a lot better than someone with 100 PIAs that's all Black spin, and they never really had a Black spin program. All their brothers just going to the barbershop, hitting restaurants up, and we're putting the PIA in for every Black spin restaurant or every Black spin receipt that we have coming in. We want to move away from that. We want to make sure that Black spin is impactful. We want to make sure that our BBB initiatives are impactful, and we want to make sure that everything that we're doing across our chapters, across our communities, are having a huge impact, not just on the community, but on the brotherhood, that's adding a value to the membership of the brotherhood that can ensure sustainable chapter success, which then will allow us to grow our chapter in so many different ways and then receive the credit, the appropriate credit for it on an Eastern regional level. So, brothers, I just wanted to make sure that I shared that with you. More information on this to come. We want to make sure that, over the last quarter of the year, we are doing what we need to do to have our chapters be compliant in this area. And I know our area directors, our area coordinators are going to do what they do to make sure that all of their local chapters, as long as they communicate, right? Like Brother Omar said, if you're communicating with your coordinator, then he'll be able to help and assist to ensure that you're updated with things like this. So this is just a quick synopsis of the new rubric that we'll be judging our chapters on in 2026 for BBB. And Brother Coakley, I'll pass it back to you.
All right, so next on our agenda, we're going to go ahead and go over the recognition from September all the way up until October with the BBB awardees. I'm sorry, excuse me.
All right, and this is always my favorite thing to do, is recognize chapters, ambassadors, businesses that is doing great work in bigger and better business, not just in fraternity, but in their community as well. So without further ado, our September chapter of the month. Oh, this is actually, I was getting ready to spill the beans on something else. All right, here we go. Glad I checked before I shared my screen. Brrr. Our September chapter of the month is Pi Beta Sigma from the Rhode Island area. Congratulations to the brothers of Pi Beta Sigma. You're doing great work up there in the New England area, and you are our September chapter of the month. And our October chapter of the month goes to Delta Omicron Sigma from the Harrisburg, Pennsylvania area. These brothers are in the midst of celebrating 40 years of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated in the Harrisburg area. Couldn't be prouder of the work that they're doing. And on October 25th, they're going to have their celebration gala, bringing brothers together and community members together from all across the Eastern region to celebrate 40 years. Unfortunately, that is also the same day as my baby shower, as me and my wife are expecting our little legacy come December, and I won't be able to attend. However, I will be there in spirit, and I want to congratulate TOS early for the work that you're doing. We see all the things you're doing around your 40th. Brothers, when you talk about having a celebration and a milestone like 40 years, 25 years, 10 years, 50 years, 100 years, watch what TOS is doing. They're parlaying that into scholarship opportunities. They're parlaying that into fundraising opportunities to do bigger and better business events in their communities and other program events in their communities, all in the name of celebrating 40 years of culture for service and service for humanity in the Harrisburg area. So brothers, can we please give a round of applause for our two chapters of the month, for our September chapter of the month, Pi Beta Sigma, who is doing excellent work in the Rhode Island area, and our October chapter of the month, Theta Omicron Sigma from Harrisburg, who is doing great work in the Pennsylvania area. Congratulations to these chapters, to these brothers, and to the presidents of this area. Now, without further ado, let's recognize a Sigma business who's doing great things, making some great money. We just talked about Black Spin, and it is vital that we pump money into our own, not just in the Black community, but in the Sigma community. And brothers, if you own a business and you are a Sigma, please go into the blueprint under the About page and fill in your business and entrepreneurial information. That automatically registers you for the Sigma Business Directory, where brothers can go in the blueprint and locate you and support your business if they're in that area, if they live in that area, if they're visiting that area, and if they're doing great things in that area. You may just want to support them. You know that, brother. You know there's a business here I want to support. I need a haircut. I need to find a Sigma barber. I want to go to a restaurant. I need to find a Sigma restaurant. And speaking of Sigma restaurants, our spotlight of the month, Sigma Business Spotlight, goes to Wise Guys Barbecue in the Massachusetts area. Brother Brian Edward, Omicron Chi Sigma chapter. I got to get up to that area and try some of his barbecue and see how good this is. Brother Wright has raved about it, so I'm assuming it's great. So next time I'm in the area, Brother Edward, I got to make sure I come up and visit you and have a little barbecue, mac and cheese, yams, collard greens, and just have a good time with that. And without further ado, brothers, for this month, our BBB ambassador of the month is, there we go, Brother Joshua Wagner out of Zeta Sigma chapter. For those who don't know, under the leadership of Brother Arshad Rivers as our marketing and content committee for the Impact 1914 team and the BBB team, Brother Joshua is the guy behind the social media. He is the guy behind all of that. The captions, the posting. If you DMing the BBB IG, you're talking to Brother Joshua Wagner, most likely. If you're DMing the Facebook page, you're talking to this brother. And we just launched Impact 1914 on YouTube. And Brother Arshad Rivers and his team and Brother Joshua Wagner, I mean, I thank all of you for the work that y'all did, because we had an amazing week. And brothers, if you have not gone on that YouTube page, and if you have not at least watched a little bit of the interviews that we had with our international director of Bigger and Better Business last Tuesday, with our past chair and originator of the Blacksmith Initiative, Brother Mike Harvey, last Wednesday, with our 28th Eastern Regional Director who talked about chapter efficiency last Thursday. If you haven't gone on and scanned through and watched as a future entrepreneur, the Billboard Jackson Developmental Series from last fall, all of that is on the Impact 1914 page. And we wouldn't been able to launch that and do what we did. You see the Zoom background that we have. All of that is due to Brother Rivers' team and the hard work of Brother Wagner and the things that they're doing. So congratulations, Brother Joshua Wagner. Congratulations to our chapters of the month. Congratulations to our business spotlight. Brothers, you deserve to be recognized, and we're going to do everything we can continue to give the Brotherhood their flowers as long as we have the opportunity to. Brother Coakley, back to you.
All right. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and move forward to our Brotherhood Q and A session, where we're going to go over a couple submitted questions, and we're going to have time for some live questions as well. If that sounds all right, we'll go ahead and move forward. All right. So our first question: Black unemployment as of August 2025 has hit 7.5%, which is the highest record since October of 2021, which is outpacing other racial groups in America. Unemployment has a ripple effect across our communities as it impacts everything from health outcomes to family stability. So the first question was, how is BBB as a program positioning itself to meet this moment?
That is a loaded and great question. Uh, First and foremost, it's making sure that the brotherhood is engaged and aware of what's happening in their specific communities, townships, counties, cities, states, right? And identifying what the gaps might be that's impacting that number specifically in that area. And then utilizing this team, myself, and some of the initiatives that we already have to maximize those things, and being able to build upon and make a difference in that community. So there's a number of initiatives already here, including Project Seed, Sigma Economic and Empowerment Development, that is not talked about enough, where we have the ability to teach financial literacy. We have the ability to discuss real estate, through our NARAD program, right? We already have the initiatives in place. It's about execution and efficiency of those programs that will allow us to break through with some of those gaps. Great question.
All right, right. I'm glad you touched on, the current initiative that we do have in place, because that was going to be one of the next questions. So I'm glad you were able to answer that. So another question is, what intention can we create for brothers in this position to hire other qualified brothers?
The Sigma Business Locator,
Hmm.
the career link on the blueprint, the career group on LinkedIn, again, is not amplified and promoted enough. If we do what we need to do to support those links, if we do what we need to do to register our businesses, if we're managers, if we're executives, if we're CEOs, right? If we're business owners and we registered our company, our business, our job opportunities that we have in our own purview, then we can go out as BBB coordinators, as BBB directors, and go grad collegiate brothers,
Hmm.
alumni brothers, furlough brothers, right? Brothers who are looking for opportunities and lead them to these resources. But we have to pump these resources with relevant, accurate, and current information first. And then we can go back and promote and support those resources. So the first thing I would say is brothers, if you haven't yet, I already said it. Go to Blueprint, log in, go to the About Me page, fill out your profession, fill out your business and entrepreneurship information, fill all of that out, because that goes directly to the directory. If there's a brother looking for a job, he can filter those opportunities and be able to reach out to you. But if the information is not there, how can he find you? If your business is not registered in Career Link, how can the brother find that business opportunity or that job opportunity that you have? If you're not active in the career group in LinkedIn, which is doing fairly well, then how can the brothers know? And on the other end, if you're looking for those opportunities and you're not going to those places, that is where the brotherhood is to help on both angles. So those are three resources that are already in place that can help maximize those, and hopefully that's a good answer to that question.
All right, that was a great answer. That was a great answer. At this time, anybody who has any questions, we'll go ahead and get those questions answered. So we're going to start off with Brother Dr. Ross. The floor is yours.
I appreciate it. Brother Howard, quick question. So in my current profession, I am a senior analyst with the Department of Defense Navy, but I also go out and recruit. Um, how would I get that information across? I know we're bigger, better business, but how would I get the internships out there to, let's say, like the engineering chapter, like let's say Morgan or Coppin or any of those schools that have those engineering majors, which DoD is always looking for? How would I put that information, or where could I put that information at, so that way I can help brothers get into the Department of Defense?
uh career link, and we can actually implement that as in one of the training sessions for our first Tuesdays, brother Dr. Ross.
Okay.
So pencil that.
Mhm.
Let's have a deeper discussion and to talk about how we can ensure that these young brothers can have access to that through career link. And there might be a way for us. That's my AI. I hate when it does that. And there might be a way for us to create an even more efficient platform in the Eastern region around those opportunities. So let's pencil that. Let's discuss. And for those others who might have interest in what Brother Dr. Ross just talked about, reach out to me at xrashan at impact1914.org. Ask Rashawn at impact1914.org if that sounds like a subcommittee you want to be a part of, because I think that's something we absolutely can do a better job at. Great question.
All right, so now we're gonna move on. Brother Price, the floor is yours.
Thank you, my brother. So my question has to do with maybe more of a structure around the communication. I belong to a couple of organizations, and we have Slack channels. And I think having a regional Slack channel would definitely be a great solution for getting these communications out, really connecting. Um, One of the biggest things that I notice is we work in silos, and I think with clear communication, we can be more effective with our social capital, or things outside of just money. For example, we just launched the 1914 YouTube channel. How many brothers on here has subscribed to the channel? In order to monetize a YouTube channel, we need 1,000 subscribers. We need 4,000 hours of watch time. And I think collectively, if we understand that and we can start sharing and pushing it within our memberships, we can have monetizable digital assets that would make a difference. And, email is great. Meetup, group meets is great. But with the professional networks that I'm a part of, I've just noticed that Slack has been effective. That's a comment.
All right. Thank you, brothers, for those questions. At this time, is there anybody else who has any other questions? Or Brother Rashawn, if you want to say anything on any of those topics before we move on?
Sorry about that, brothers. I had to step away for a quick second. But Brother Price, I think that's a great idea. That's definitely something that we can discuss. Slack, I know it's being used widely by a number of chapters, and definitely something we can look at. I know a lot of brothers are a little bit getting a little bit tired of group me, so maybe there's other unique ways, and I'm always open to looking at other ways of communication. So great question and comment. All right, brother Coakley, I'm looking at the time, so I think we can move on. But before I move on, I'm looking in the YouTube comment section, and I want to shout out immediate past international director of Bigger and Better Business, brother Terrence Gibson. Thank you for joining. I see brother Wagner said, I'm gonna join on the YouTube live today. He's trying to help us get our view numbers up. So congratulations again, brother Wagner, and thank you for joining and listening in to the discussion today, Brother Gibson. We appreciate all the work that you have done in BBB. And as we always say, we are BBB. Brother Coakley, back to you.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on through our agenda. So at this time, we're going to briefly talk about what's to come, such as First Tuesdays and the 2026 review.
Yes, sir. So super excited about this. And I want everybody to know, I'm going to state this publicly. First Tuesdays is because of our area coordinators of BBB group. They are very vocal. They are very transparent. They are very honest with me and the administrative team for the Eastern region of BBB every month when we have our monthly calls. And when we went through the state meeting season, we continually identified some of the same things, some of the same gaps, some of the same lessons that we needed to look at. And Brother Dr. Ross spoke to it a little bit already. And so with that, we came up with First Tuesdays, which is a monthly micro and program developmental training series for the Brotherhood, for anyone, whether you are a program director, whether you're a chapter leader, whether you are just a brother looking to learn. This series is not just about BBB. It's about adding value to the membership. It's about ensuring that brothers are heard, are understood. It's about ensuring that brothers know the resources that are available to them, but not just that are available to them, but how to use them, how to maximize them, how to be more efficient with the things that you're doing as a chapter, so that way you can have a greater impact and make a greater impact for your community, for your chapter, for the Brotherhood. So I'm super, super excited, brothers, to re-announce, as we've already announced it on social media. And if you're not following us on Instagram, please go make sure you follow us on Instagram. As we what's the Instagram? PBS East BBB. So please make sure that you are following us on Instagram. Please make sure that you subscribe to the Impact 1914 YouTube channel. If you're on the Zoom, head over to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, because everything that we do virtually is going to be on the Impact 1914 YouTube channel. We already had this past Tuesday our inaugural First Tuesdays, where we talked about the partnership and sponsorship and how you can garner money in your local chapter, not just in the region, but how you can garner money in your local chapter. So, brothers, I implore you to go back, watch that, share that with your chapter leaders, especially if you have galas and cabarets and things coming up. Next up, and if this moves forward, here we go. Next up, next month, on November 4th, first of all, go out and vote. And then when you're done voting, come home, log into YouTube, and watch us live as we discuss all things Black Spin Initiative. Some of the new things that's coming from the new international chair, myself, and some of the existing things that we're going to continue on and expound on, and some of the things that we're already doing. I want to share what this schedule looks like, and then we'll move on. So the micro series, again, started with the partnership and sponsorship initiative. We are going to move through in November with Black Spin and how chapters can support and report economic empowerment in the Eastern region, where it has a greater impact on your ability to garner partnerships and sponsorships. Those two go together, brothers. And then in December, we're going to discuss the chapter rubric. So that way, brothers know going into January, as you're preparing your chapter reports, as you're preparing your packets for the Eastern Regional Conference, you have a complete understanding of how the BBB scoring is going to be. So December, we're going to do a deep dive into the scoring rubric. I know we touched base on it today. We're going to go deeper into it in December. We're going to skip January, brothers. It's our Founders Day month. It's our Sword Wars Founders Day month. And we're going to be a little busy, right? So we're going to skip January. We're going to come back in February, and we're going to talk about chapter programming and building impactful, scalable, measurable, bigger and better business programs that really, really make an impact and strengthen the success of our chapters. Then in March, we're going to talk about some of the things that Brother Dr. Rakan Ross discussed. I might even have him host it, and I might have him lead the discussion in March around PIA efficiency, streamlining your chapter's reporting process for accuracy and excellence. And in April, I don't know if it's right before the regional conference or right after the regional conference, I think it's right before the regional conference. We're going to talk about amplifying the things that you're doing in bigger and better business. Not just inputting the initiatives in the PIA system or the black spend reporting dollars, but posting on social media, submitting to the Crescent, submitting to the ARCOS, to the Eastern Excellence, submitting to your local newspapers, all of those things, how to do it, templates on how to do it. Because in 2025, a lot of these journalists, a lot of these media outlets want you to write your own article, want you to do your own blog, right? And they'll post it on your behalf. So what does that look like at a chapter level to ensure that the community knows what you're doing, but brothers who are sitting on the sidelines know what you're doing, brothers who are financial and maybe not come to chapter meetings all the time know what you're doing. So we're going to talk about that in April. So, brother, I am excited about the things that we're doing in bigger and better business. We have great leaders up and down the Eastern region who are great ambassadors. Please lock in. Please lock in, brothers. Please get involved. Please subscribe. Please watch. Please join. Please participate. Because if you don't, you're missing great content, not just for Phi Beta Sigma, but for personal and professional development as well. So we want y'all locked in and ready to go. Brother Coakley, that is all I have as we lead up to ERC 2026.
All right, thank you for that, Brother Rashawn. Very, very exciting news. Now, at this time, before we have our closing remarks, I do want to pass the floor back to Brother Rashawn for some exciting, maybe some major announcements.
Brothers, I'm just going to call your attention to the screen.
Check this out.
Okay.
I look good.
Okay. On the street and I got my swag on.
Check this out.
Okay.
Brothers, it is my honor. First of all, it's been an honor for the first 2 years to serve as your Eastern Regional Director of Bigger and Better Business from 2024 into my first term in April of 2026. And I am honored and excited to announce my bid for re-election for Eastern Regional Director of Bigger and Better Business as we march to ERC 2026 in Norfolk, Virginia. I hope to garner all of your support. I look forward to having my whole team back because they're doing such a great job. And we're going to turn this up another notch over the next 2 years. Brothers, I thank you all for your support, for the work you're doing in BBB. Everybody, y'all make me look good. I'm just here to be a resource, to be a help, to be of great assistance to this brotherhood, and to do everything I can to add value to the things that you're already doing. So I hope to garner your support. I thank you, brothers, for joining the town hall today. And I am going to pass it back to this great brother, Brother Shamir Coakley, for closing remarks.
All right, brother. Well, thank you. I'm glad, that you're going to be running for re-election and that, everything went well this past, year. I can personally vouch. I appreciate you, Brother Rashawn, all the other great things that you do for our region. Like I said, you was able to help me a lot. So I can only imagine what's going to come in the near future. And with that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and close this meeting's town hall. So the meeting is adjourned at 7:55, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all.
Thank you again. Have a